NCAA Tournament for the first time in 30 years. They received a number 9 seed and will play South Florida on Sunday at 6:30 on ESPN2. This is the WSU women's first NCAA Tournament appearance since 1991 and their second ever in program history. It's been a remarkable season for the Cougs, who got their first win as a program ever over a top 5 team when they beat UCLA a few months ago.
What a great moment to celebrate with our team, to know a lot of people are watching, a lot of Coug fans out there that are watching and are really proud and excited for this program and for this university. Again, I just love the story behind it, the fact that we've only been to one in our entire history, and that one was 30 years ago.
We were just so overjoyed, so happy and proud when we saw our name come up on the screen. Most of us probably weren't even ready because it was, I think, the second group of teams that were called out. So yeah, we were all just so happy, so excited. This is what we've been working towards and what we've been working for. So to see our name come up on the screen there was just a massive, massive moment for our team and for this program.
The Gonzaga women have received a 5 seed and will play Belmont on Monday at 1 p.m. on ESPN2. This is their 4th consecutive NCAA tournament appearance and 12th overall since 2007. The women punched their ticket a week and a half ago when Jill Townsend hit a game-winning buzzer beater over BYU, capping off an incredible comeback win. A 5 seed ties the highest seed in NCAA tournament history for the Zags.
Yeah, it feels great. Honestly, we could have gone between a 4 and a 5, but we're happy with whatever. No matter what the seed we got was, we knew that we were going to go out and play our hardest against whatever matchup we ended up with. And so it just feels really great. And I can't express it enough how happy we are to be at this point in the season and know that this is actually happening and we get to head to San Antonio.
This seems like a lot of teams dancing, right? Yeah. That it is. This means 4 Inland Northwest teams are headed to the NCAA tournament between the men's and women's brackets. Our region has never had more than 3 NCAA tournament teams. That happened 3 times in 2015, 2014, and 2007. If there's anyone who knows about basketball in this region, it's Okanagan native Jill Townsend, who definitely had something to say about that record.
Spokane's hoop town for a reason. And I think it shows with the programs that are centered around this city. And, WSU, it's an awesome program. I mean, I was recruited there. I was super close to going there. And so to see the success they've had this year, it's incredible. And they've had some major upsets, and they could beat anyone. And us on the girls' side and our guys' team, obviously. One of the greatest programs probably in college basketball history, Eastern Washington. And so, it's really cool, and it just speaks to the type of pride this city takes, I think, in basketball. And it shows the world that we're not just the greatest city, the greatest basketball city.
Karthik, what a time to be a fan of basketball in the Inland Northwest.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, our local teams have played incredible this year. So many great moments. But, Brenna, I got a question for you. You think Eastern Washington's going to get that first round upset over Kansas? I'm
going yes. They're missing a really key part of their team in Jalen Wilson being out, and that team probably hasn't gotten to practice that much with their COVID protocols, so that definitely gives the advantage to the Eagles there. What about you?
We got to mention the fact that the Eagles are playing great basketball right now. I mean, ever since they took that COVID break and came back, they've looked like a team that is motivated. Groves brothers are playing well. Aiken Jr. playing well. Michael Meadows playing well. He came in late this season and really contributed. They've got a really good team. I'm thinking the Eagles too.
Nice. Well, up next, we have a feature about a Gonzaga player. Jalen Suggs has a very special pregame ritual. Every game, he honors a close friend that died.
That's what I go out and play for every night because I know he's watching.
Coming up after the break, I talk with Jalen about his friend's impact on him and the unforgettable moment that made the Gonzaga freshman decide to honor his friend forever.
Just to see him, go through his own journey. He's been really cool for my wife and I to watch, and we're really proud of him.
For more reasons than one, the big dance is a big deal for Zags assistant coach Tommy Lloyd's son, Liam Lloyd. They're both going to be at the tournament for the first time as Grand Canyon University's made it, and that's Liam's school. Up ahead, what March Madness means to this father-son duo.
In a year like no other, a team like no other. Gonzaga has risen to the top.
This is our team, and they've earned their shot.
We want our Zags to hear us in Indiana.
Let them know who we are.
We are GU.
This is our team.
Our town.
Our time.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the Cowboy Pizza for just $13. Papa Murphy's.
To our caregivers, our kindness givers, our hope givers, our givers of hard work and compassion. To everyone giving it their everything, thank you.
Now, when the Zags are scoring baskets, fans can score a great deal with Papa Murphy's Slam Dunk Deal. On any game day, get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10.99. The Slam Dunk Deal at Papa Murphy's, a proud partner of Gonzaga Athletics.
They called his name Jalen Suggs for a minute, and he did like this. And I looked, and I was like, and he was like, man, I'm going to do that till the day I stop playing basketball.
Jalen Suggs is one of the most celebrated players in college basketball this year. Whenever he steps out onto the court, though, he celebrates one person. I sat down with Jalen to talk about the gesture he makes before every tip and the person he does it for.
That's kind of the mindset that I carry, into every game. I throw up my eggs, I let them know that I'm thinking about them, and I just go kill.
Xavier Pollard was the older brother Jalen Suggs never had. They met when Jalen was just 4 years old.
Every practice, every game, Jalen was just like right there looking at X, like, you know what I mean?
He was a character. A lot of stuff that you see from me, especially on the basketball court, I got from him. He was confident. He loved to talk trash, and he fed off of that. And he put his work in.
He reminds me so much of X. I mean, just like fearless.
Xavier's time on this earth was cut short, though. A few years ago, he died from suicide.
It was really hard. It was something that I didn't really accept at first.
Jalen was 16 when Xavier passed away at the age of 20. Jalen received one final gift from X at his funeral, though, and it inspired the gesture that Jalen now does before every contest.
Leading up to the service, I was in conversations with my son, in prayer. And he actually said to me that you need to say this at my service. And it said, Jalen, when you get drafted and you walk across that stage, just give it up for me. And that's why he always do like that now.
I think that's the first time I've been completely not in control of my emotions. I broke down in tears. I've never cried. I've never cried like that before, ever. Since then, that's what I go out and play for every night, because I know he's watching. And again, I'm just trying to fulfill that and live out that dream, that we both talked about when we were kids.
The emotions Jalen felt that day also inspired him to live his life more honestly for his friend who no longer can.
Just what have you learned from his passing?
Just it's okay, to open up and let people know, what's going on, especially your people. And I was the type of person, again, to keep everything in and, try to fight it all myself and deal with it.
No more for Jalen,
who, along with throwing up the X, talks to Xavier during every national anthem.
I think about like memories that we had, things that he used to do and he used to say. Just let him know that I'm going out to hoop for him, man, honestly. Yeah.
With every national anthem, every sign of the cross, and every X, Jalen hopes to get closer to their collective dream. Jalen's basketball journey started with Xavier by his side, and Jalen refuses to let that ever change.
Do you plan on continuing the tradition once you get to the NBA?
Every day, every game.
Xavier's father, Trey, now has an organization called We Push for Peace to help with violence prevention in Minneapolis. Just a few months ago, they opened Xavier's Employment and Training Center, which gives young people free mental health assessments and helps them find jobs in exchange for putting their guns down. Jalen has already told Trey he wants to volunteer when he's home next. If you or anyone you know is considering committing suicide, we urge you to call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. We'll be back with more after the break.
The wine the world is talking about comes from right here, and that's worth celebrating. This is Taste Washington Wine Month, which means awesome deals all over the state, all month long. So raise a glass and support your local farmers and families.
Spokane Tribe Casino is happy to be open once again. We know you're ready to get out and have a little fun, and all your favorite casino action is here and waiting for you. We've taken extra precautions to ensure every area of the casino is clean and sanitized. And you'll notice we've implemented new measures to ensure your safety. So when you're ready, come back for your favorite games, meals, and fun times. We're ready to serve you. Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
Do you even remember to water the house plants? I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming. Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
This is an immediate alert from Pintus & Mullins Law Firm. Attention, users of Roundup Weed Killer diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and other forms of cancer. The manufacturer of Roundup recently announced a settlement of more than $10 billion to settle these claims. If you or a loved one were exposed to Roundup and developed non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and other forms of cancer, you may be entitled to a substantial settlement. Call 800-215-7333 now or go to roundupsettlements.com.
The wine the world is talking about comes from right here, and that's worth celebrating. This is Taste Washington Wine Month, which means awesome deals all over the state, all month long. So raise a glass and support your local farmers and families.
Welcome back to Bulldog Madness, presented by Washington Trust Bank. For Gonzaga men's basketball, making the NCAA tournament has become as routine as brushing your teeth. Assistant coach Tommy Lloyd's son Liam has had a front row seat to the show during his childhood, Karthik.
Yeah, as a freshman in college, Liam is now about to start on his own journey in the big dance. This past Saturday, Liam Lloyd's team, Grand Canyon, locked up an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
I was really happy for Liam and really happy for their program.
It's super cool to experience it, and I mean, it's just a blessed opportunity.
Like father, like son, Gonzaga men's basketball assistant coach Tommy Lloyd and his son Liam, who plays for Grand Canyon, will both be in the NCAA tournament with their teams.
Just to see him, go through his own journey, he's been really cool for my wife and I to watch, and we're really proud of him.
The big question now is if Dad can attend his son's game earlier on Saturday. Something that might have been unlikely in any other year, but maybe not this one.
I mean, anytime my dad gets to come watch me, I mean, it's always awesome for me because, my dad has to coach his team also, and we're both there in the same season. So, I mean, it's really cool whenever my dad gets to come to my games.
It's an opportunity to, just witness a special experience in Liam, in his life, and kind of, I definitely want to be behind the scenes and just watch him do his thing to say I witnessed it, and then because it's always fun.
They've both been focused on their teams, but always make time to check in on each other as they go through this pandemic postseason together. Although, Tommy says his son doesn't need him all that much.
Liam's super independent, so I don't think he needs me very much at this point anymore, unless it's for a few extra bucks in his bank account. But other than that, so.
They both have their own goals on their own journeys. Liam's team is a 15 seed looking to make some noise.
For me personally, is to shock the world and have one of the biggest upsets. I mean, I was I think 4th favorite to win the national championship. So, I mean, for us to beat them, it would be awesome.
Tommy coaching for the favorite to win it all.
I mean, we want to keep playing and staying together and enjoying each other's company. So, and I think our focus is on let's try to hang out as long as we possibly can together.
At the end of the day, both are rooting each other on, and Liam always has a special place in his heart for the team that he grew up around, even though he's at a different school.
I mean, I'm always a Zag at heart.
Neat connection there. GCU and Gonzaga are in the same region of the tournament, so if the Antelopes were make a crazy run in this tournament, well, they could potentially face off against each other in the Elite Eight. All right, we're moving on now. Larry Owens of Northwestern State became a Zag fan favorite after the two teams played in a doubleheader in December. It all started with a convo with Drew Timme.
Like, the vibe and talking with him is amazing, and I never really just played in a game and just talk and have a decent conversation with someone.
Owens' season might be over, but coming up after the break, he talks about why the season and his friendship with Timme meant so much to him.
I really needed this staycation.
Me too, babe.
Hey, you know what we should do first?
What's that?
Make dinner reservations at Maslow's.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $100 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $100 off. Call now.
Do you want my license and registration, Dan?
No, thanks. I got them memorized.
We do community like no one else. A lot of places and a lot of businesses and stations are doing good things. We just take it to a whole new level.
Welcome back to Bulldog Madness, brought to you by Washington Trust Bank. Northwestern State's Larry Owens became more popular among Gonzaga fans than maybe even some players on the Bulldogs team this season.
Yeah, it all started with a mustache celebration and a non-conference matchup against the Zags and Drew Timme. Now, the fanfare continued throughout the whole entire year. Owens' season is over, but the season meant so much more than some might know because of what happened earlier this December. The connection between Larry Owens and Drew Timme started when Gonzaga announced they would play a doubleheader against Northwestern State on December 21st and 22nd. Timme made his voice heard to Owens early in the first meeting.
I remember the most he was just kept saying, bro, I'm finna leave you open, watch they don't pass you the ball. And then he'll leave me open and they don't pass the ball. And he was just like, look at that, y'all don't play as a team. And then that was the first game. Then the second game, I was just like, we got to pick it up because he was like, He leaving me open. Y'all not passing me the ball, and then he joking about it.
In that second game, Larry Owens became a legend to Gonzaga fans. He got that and one on Drew Timme and then hit him with Timmy's mustache celebration. Not once, but twice. A move completely out of respect, and it was adored by many.
That's how it all started. It went from that to me doing the mustache, and then it just going from there.
It certainly has gone on from there. Owens and Timme still talk to this day. Larry will pick Drew's brain about basketball here and there. They also Snapchat each other.
He was just worried about have I balled out, so I told him, yeah, and we'll joke about playing together or something next year, something like that.
It's a bond formed over a moment that wouldn't have happened in any season except for a pandemic, in which teams tried to schedule just whatever games they could. And while they do talk mostly basketball, it was another moment that Owens values so much about his new friend.
He gave me condolences for my father and stuff like that.
Larry's dad died about a month ago. He received a message from Timme that meant a lot to him.
Where I'm from, you don't get that type of love from where I'm from because, yeah, people will tell you that they love you and stuff is there for you, but they don't never show it as a person or show it to you. I didn't expect him to do that. Like, he didn't have to do that, but instead he did. He reached out.
It was an unexpected message of support to Larry from a friendship that nobody could have expected to begin in the first place.
From that, I mean, he had my respect all the way.
Sometimes, these moments that we find trivial just aren't. All it took was a mustache celebration in what seemed like a meaningless game to make an impact on someone for a lifetime. And well, that's truly special.
For him to actually do that to me, like, I mean, it touched me a lot.
That's some pretty powerful stuff right there. Larry didn't just thank Drew Timme, though. So many people reached out to him on social media, Brenna, just really giving him that support and love that he needed. And of course, they love him so much, so it's expected, really.
Thank you so much for that story, Karthik. Stick around because our Bulldog Madness special may be ending right now, but we have more Gonzaga content for you after the break. Photojournalist Brett Albury has gone to Gonzaga's tournaments runs over the past 20 years and compiled some of his favorite stories for our Bulldog Throwback special.
What's a basketball player's favorite cheese? So which...
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Get up to $2,000 customer cash on a new Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Or lease a new 2021 Highlander and the first month's payment is on us.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
What makes cookies and milk a great basketball snack? They were made for donkeys.
Our team, our town, our time. Go Zags!
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Papetti, and thanks so much for being with us for this KREM 2 special Bulldog Throwback. It's been a long, hard winter, and we are so excited at KREM 2 to have something fun to celebrate. The men and women of Gonzaga basketball putting the Inland Northwest in the national spotlight. And while we're so excited to look forward to March Madness and all that's to come, we thought it was a perfect time to take a look back. KREM 2 journalist Brett Alberry has spent 2 decades covering the Zags, enjoying the time on the court as well as all the great stories off the court, covering the family, the friends, the fans that make this program so special and make it a source of pride for the whole region. So tonight, Brett takes a look back at some of his favorite stories as we move forward in March Madness.
Well, now you know why we're here, so let's get right to it. This first one is from 2019. Brenna Green and I headed to Dallas to cover the Eastern Washington football team, trying to win a national championship. Along the way, we caught up with Dallas area resident and future Zag, Drew Timme.
Drew Timme started the 2018-2019 school year with over 30 offers from some of the best basketball programs in the nation, including Virginia, Michigan State, and Arizona. But choosing the one always felt obvious.
In the back of my mind, I always knew Gonzaga was the place for me.
What made you decide that Gonzaga was the right school for you?
Just the style of play is perfect for a player like me, and they've had players like myself come through, and the way they develop them just speaks to how great the coaching staff is and just how it lets a player like myself thrive in that situation, so it was a no-brainer for me.
It's got to be a grind.
It was a no-brainer, both on and off the court, for his parents as well.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Who better than to send your kid to play and learn from and to be such a determining factor in their life than Mark Few and his staff. They are great guys, they're great people. Most people send their kids off to college without anybody guiding them and knowing they're going to be around such good people. I mean, what more can you ask for as mom?
No!
Drew began developing the skills for his Perfect Fit program in middle school, catching his now varsity head coach's eye in 8th grade.
Hey, there's been a foul every possession.
Most kids at his size, especially at that young of an age, are one-dimensional at best. And Drew never was. Of course, he could dominate on the block. He could handle the ball on the perimeter at a young age. He could score in different ways. We haven't had a Drew, so I tell a lot of coaches that I talk to, he's a once-in-a-lifetime kid.
Yes!
Now,
we had a really solid half offensively.
He gets a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
What did they kind of tell you that they envision you being at GU?
Kind of like Kelly Olynyk, Zach Collins, like guys like that, just kind of being kind of the next one, you know, just developing me the next big out of there. I'm an energy bringer. I like to get the fans in the game and get the place rocking. So just do everything to get the gym going and do whatever it takes to win. It's the part I love the most about the game is just the energy that comes with it.
The guy hates to lose and he wants to win. And so it's some people are fake with that emotion. It's real with Drew. That's just who he is.
So get ready, Gonzaga fans, because Drew and the best recruiting class in Gonzaga basketball history are about to bring it.
All the guys, we talk a lot, and we're very excited about it. We really think we can do something special there.
It's hard to believe that this kid, you know, is going to be able to play on such a stage. I mean, it feels like such a gift and such a blessing, so it's pretty exciting.
Now here's another one from that same genre of before they were Zags stories. Let's dial it back to 2007 when we made a long day trip to Bainbridge Island to catch up with future Zag Stephen Gray.
A ride on the Bainbridge Island ferry from Seattle leads to the second-ranked 3A basketball team in the state and one of the best high school players in the country.
For the Spartans, senior guard, 6'4", number 32, Stephen Gray.
I think he's one of the best shooters around.
32 for 2, good. Stephen Gray.
His quick shot, moving without the ball, some of the passes that he makes in the open floor, how he sees things. He's definitely a step above every other player, especially in the state at the high school level.
Stephen Gray started his high school career at 2A Chimicum, where he scored 53 points in a game as a freshman and was an all-state player his first 2 years.
You can see it early, but as far as when he really knew was when he was about a sophomore. You knew that he was a little bit more special than others.
Stephen moved to Bainbridge as a junior.
We knew that if I was going to be successful at the college level, both academically and athletically, that I needed a place where I could play against some of the top players in the state.
Gray immediately made his mark at Bainbridge, scoring over 20 points a game to earn all-state honors for a third straight year while earning respect in his new school.
Our guys have embraced him, and he's just a likable guy. He's a good basketball player, but there's a lot of other things that come along with it.
32 for 3.
But before Stephen ever suited up for Bainbridge, he made a major decision on his own to play basketball for Gonzaga.
We're confident in his decision making. I mean, he is pretty solid for as young as he is. So we was like, well, you know, it's your decision, but would you like to think about it, see other places or whatever? He wasn't interested in all of the recruiting process of that. He fell in love.
Hadn't really been a huge Gonzaga person growing up or whatever, but I started looking into it more. I liked, their style of play. They produced great guards. Got to talk to the coaches, the players. It was a really tight-knit family group, it seemed like, and it was something that I wanted to be a part of.
With his college choice made early, recruiting pressure was never a factor for Stephen. But he did find out there's a responsibility that comes with being a future Zag.
And when you commit somewhere, people know you're going D1, and people start to know who you are. They want to try and come after you because they know that if I can prove that I can play at his level, then you got to come out and be ready to play every night.
Stephen has handled the pressure, averaging more than 20 points a game for a fourth straight year. And while he's making sure he enjoys his final high school season, he also has his eye on the Zags and is already looking ahead to next year.
Like watching Matt Bolden a lot, seeing him as a freshman come in and play a lot of big minutes, and just seeing what he does and try and pick up on those things to maybe help myself when I get there. I'm looking forward to a lot. I mean, as soon as summer starts, that's where I'm at. So it was really exciting just to know that next year that's where I'll be and I'll be able to play in front of that type of crowd.
And it's not just about the players. Coming up, stories from Chicago and Pittsburgh with some Zag fans who had to travel from different countries to see them play. You're watching the Bulldog Throwback Special on KREM 2.
At KREM 2, you get more than a score. The Zags are more than a team. It's a legacy. It's what's happening now and happening next. Zag Pride lives on KREM 2 News.
Oh, it's a shirt.
Is this everything? Yes. Cash, charge, or canvas points?
Yeah, any chance you take a third-party check?
Our Save More event is on at More Furniture.
And it's a great time to treat yourself and your home to a new look at one low price.
Like this versatile sofa with pull-out sleeper, only $36 a month.
Create your dream bedroom with this rustic bedroom set featuring ample storage, only $17 a month.
And dine in style with this dining set for only $11 a month.
Or get all 3 rooms for only $64 a month.
You don't have to sacrifice style for value during the Save More event at More Furniture for Less.
Some ideas are better than others. Like getting an Avista rebate when you install new energy-efficient windows. Way to save. Now that's a good idea.
Windfall at Northern Quest is the perfect place to shop some of the biggest outdoor home and lifestyle brands. Plus, you can even redeem Camus rewards for your favorite merchandise. It's a truly unique shopping experience. Only at Northern Quest.
One thing I've learned covering this team is when you have a bunch of international players, you're going to have a lot of international fans as well. So let's take you back to 2016 in Chicago, where the Zags were prepping to play Syracuse in the Sweet 16.
Chicago is a Lithuanian city, you know?
It may not be the most well-known detail about the city, but for many, it's the most important.
It was a big job.
That's what got Lorena Stropis and Aramas Matalevichis to town. She's a lifer, and he made the move about 15 years ago.
And the Lithuanians, for some reason, are always together.
A bond forged in part by a game.
Our Lithuanian basketball things in Chicago, it's really big.
From a well-known men's league to a youth basketball academy where Aramis and Lorena coach.
We have over 250 kids.
And there's no question who their favorite player is this week.
Everybody watches Domantas right now.
Fans in Chicago can usually only watch Domas Sabonis, the Zags' budding Lithuanian star, from a distance.
Gonzaga University, it's so far away from us. You know?
But that changes, at least for a few days.
After we knew it, they coming, it's like everybody like started to shake around, like being happy.
This is the first time I've seen Domas in person. I think it's awesome.
Up close and personal. A warm welcome and a slice of home right here in Chicago.
It was awesome. I knew there's some Lithuanians here. It's just awesome having them here. It just made me happy, have some Lithuanians support me.
Yeah! Stop us!
And that support isn't limited to one player.
I like your team. We love it. We love it. We have all Lithuanians' biggest passion for Gonzaga.
Which could make for a unique home court advantage this week.
He's gonna feel he's playing in Lithuania.
So that would be awesome. The more support we can get from fans would be better.
Go Domas! Let's go Gonzaga!
Stop us!
One of the common themes on all these NCAA trips I've been on is the bosses always say, find us fans, get us some stories of fans. So there we were in Pittsburgh in 2012, driving all over looking for these fans. We see 4 people walking around wearing Gonzaga stuff and Canada stuff. Turns out it was the family of Gonzaga star Kevin Pangos.
Selection Sunday, we were watching TV, and it's almost like you're a part of it, right? And you're, oh, where are we going to go? All of a sudden, Pittsburgh pops up, and it couldn't be any closer to Toronto than that. So it's like we just won the championships.
That's Kevin's high school coach, Brent Evans. He's also a close family friend. He lives an hour north of Toronto in Kevin's hometown of Holland Landing, so it took him about 6 hours to get here, but it was worth every second.
You have no idea coming from a small little Denison gym in East Gwillimbury to all of a sudden he's on the biggest stage and everyone is cheering for him. Everyone knows his name. He's just one of the top guards in the country. It's outstanding, outstanding.
Kevin's sister Kayla might be the most vocal Gonzaga fan around.
By far, there's no comparison, and we always joke as a family that I'm so quiet because she takes all the spotlight and is always talking.
She even skipped school to get here for the NCAA tournament.
I still can't believe it sometimes. We'll be watching other games and I'm like, Kev's at this level? This is crazy.
If you think Kevin's success means a lot to his sister, wait till you hear about his mom, Patty. She took early retirement just a month ago so she can travel to watch Kevin play. It's not just to watch either, it's also to lend support.
You can see sometimes he just needs that little bit of family time to connect, just to put everything in perspective, because he found this, especially this NCAA, the media and everything that's happening around him is crazy. It's been great that we could be here just to sit and put it in perspective and enjoy the victory last night.
Being so far apart, I don't get to see them very often, so even now I don't spend that much time with them because I'm so focused on basketball, but when I do, I really cherish it.
Coming up next, what do you get when a volleyball player turns into a basketball player? We'll take you back to when Killian Tilly put his truly unique skill set on display for us. You're watching the Bulldog Throwback Special on KREM 2's.
Call for your appointment or visit one of our 4 Spokane offices. Columbia Hearing Centers, improving your life through better hearing.
Holy Cross Funeral and Cemetery Services is a non-profit ministry of the Diocese of Spokane. We live our mission of Christ's mercy to comfort those who mourn and reassure them death is not the end of life, but a new beginning. When the time comes for a loved one's transition to eternal life, our funeral directors and family service advisors compassionately guide you through every step to create a dignified Christian service that honors your loved one's unique and special life. Our 3 cemeteries in Spokane County provide acres of peace, beauty, and perpetual care where you may visit, pray, and remember. Whenever you need us, we are here. Call 467-5496, visit holycrossofspokane.org, or find us on Facebook. Holy Cross Funeral and Cemetery Services. We are a Christ-centered ministry that prepares the faithful for eternal life.
Spokane Tribe Casino is happy to be open once again. We know you're ready to get out and have a little fun, and all your favorite casino action is here and waiting for you. We've taken extra precautions to ensure every area of the casino is clean and sanitized. And you'll notice, we've implemented new measures to ensure your safety. So when you're ready, come back for your favorite games, meals, and fun times. We're ready to serve you. Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Call for your appointment or visit one of our 4 Spokane offices. Columbia Hearing Centers, improving your life through better hearing.
Well, so much was said over his 4-year career about Killian Tilly's volleyball roots in his home country of France. Well, in 2018, we caught up with him to talk about that, and he put on one of the more unique athletic displays we've ever seen.
Every day, on this Thursday night, the only Zag on the kennel floor is Killian Tilly. The stands are empty, but the McCarthy Athletic Center is filled with echoes of basketball and rim and backboard and net. Some sounds are what you'd expect from this sort of scene. Others, well, not quite.
Almost killed your camera.
This isn't your typical solitary shoot-around, but then again, Killian Tilly isn't your typical basketball player.
It might be easier like that.
People talk about growing up with a basketball in the crib or a baseball in the crib. For you, was it volleyball?
It was more of a volleyball in my hands when I was growing up, yeah.
Tilly's parents are volleyball royalty. His mom, Carolyn, captained the Dutch national team. His dad, Laurent, played for France twice in the Olympics and coaches the French national team.
It was my environment, so I was just raised up in the gym.
Just like his 2 brothers, 29-year-old Kim and 27-year-old Kevin.
I've seen them playing when I was growing up.
Both were collegiate athletes in the States. Kevin, a 2-time All-American and 2-time national champion volleyball player at UC Irvine. Kim, whose basketball journey paved the way for Killian's, played forward for the University of Utah.
It made me want to go play college basketball too.
Tilly could have emulated either brother. As a tall, athletic youngster, he overpowered his peers on the volleyball court.
I feel like I could have been pretty good. I could do both sports at the end. I wanted to play both sports at a high level, but it's hard to do, so I had to choose.
Early in his teenage years, Killian picked hoops.
I feel like my dad wanted me to play basketball.
Really?
Yeah, because I think he likes basketball, so. And they would support me, whatever thing I do, so that's cool for me, yeah.
Tilly's ability took him overseas, from France to Gonzaga. Now in his sophomore year, he has blossomed for the Bulldogs, sitting 3rd on the team in scoring, 2nd in rebounding, and 1st in block shots. The benefits of his volleyball bloodline are easy to see.
Jumping ability, jumping quickly, and tip in, just around the basket, my touch around the basket.
It shows up in traditional aspects of the game, and occasionally it pops up in some unorthodox maneuver.
Good job by Scott. You get a piece of it. Now volleyball spiked back in by Tilly. Yeah, that's a violation. That was like in beach volleyball where you just great. That was pretty darn good.
Did you know that was illegal?
No, it didn't work, but I feel like it was the best way to save the ball, so I don't know. I didn't know it was illegal, so I was just surprised.
Whether in the game or after the whistle, Tilly likes tapping into his roots when he gets a chance.
Just giving a little shout out to my volleyball family, so yeah.
And on that one Thursday night in the kennel, we got a glimpse of Tilly showing off his unique skill set in a way he likely never will in a Gonzaga uniform.
There we go. Just warming up.
That's four. What do you think Few would say if you tried that in the game?
You'd kill me and not put me in the game anymore.
There it is.
Here we go.
Should be like a layup.
It is a layup, blue. It's too close, man.
It's too much touch. Boom. Boom. Bang!
Here we go.
That could be it.
Oh!
That's insane. Have you made that shot before?
Nah. Every shot was first take, all right?
We're saving our best for last tonight. Coming up, my favorite Zags story from the last 20 years. We chat with 3 former players who became coaches for their own sons on the same team. You're watching the Bulldog Throwback Special on KREM 2.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the cheeseburger pizza for just $12. Papa Murphy's.
This is big, really big. It's the Northern Quest Resort and Casino March Bracket Challenge.
Winners of each round receive 2 Papa Murphy's pizzas. The overall winner gets a special grand prize package from Northern Quest. Plus, a perfect bracket could win you $1 million. Entry deadline is Friday, March 19th at 9 a.m. So enter today. Go to KREM.com and register to play the Northern Quest Resort and Casino March Bracket Challenge.
If you need a new mattress, what you don't know could end up costing you. Come to Twilight Bedding Mattress Factory and talk to the experts. We make your mattress right here in our factory, so we can tell you exactly what it's made of. Twilight Bedding is also the only place in the area where you can still buy a double-sided mattress. Visit our website to learn the top 10 questions to ask when buying a mattress, and then come see us. Sleep Right by Twilight.
There's no better time than now to tackle all 2,900 acres of terrain at Schweitzer. Here you'll find wide open runs, great conditions, and space to go long. Date-specific lift tickets are available for purchase online at schweitzer.com.
Well, as much fun as it is getting to know these players while they're here, it's also a lot of fun to catch up with them after they've been gone for a while. Here's a look from 2013 at 3 former Zags who became coaches for their sons on the same youth basketball team.
And the bass keeps running, running, and running, running.
Do you remember these guys? Mike Nilsson, Matt Santangelo, and Ryan Floyd.
Shot clock turned off.
Key members of this 1999 Gonzaga team that triumphed over Florida in the Sweet 16.
With no 1-4 to go.
The critical win carried Gonzaga to its first and only appearance ever in the Elite Eight. Today, these 3 are teamed up again. This time, the former Bulldogs have their pups in tow.
My dad's Mike, and I'm 5, and my name is Carter.
My name is Luca, and I am 5, and my dad's name is Matt.
My dad's name is Ryan. I'm 6. My name is Hudson.
See your ball.
Yeah! Together, this triple threat is part of Team Batman.
Rebound! Batman, right here! Batman!
The 5- and 6-year-old hoopsters of Team Batman tear it up on the court.
You got 5 seconds. 4. Good pass. Yes! Great pass, you guys. Give me some. Woo! Good shot, Hud.
The dads get a kick out of every second.
Great job. Where's your guy?
Dude, our team is swarming. To say that there's a Floyd, a Nielsen, a Santangelo playing again is pretty sweet. I mean, I love it.
How'd that feel?
And Ryan, Mike, and Matt love being part of the coaching squad, too.
Listen, guys, here's what we got to do. We got to play hard, we got to play fast, and we got to have fun.
Because I've always wanted Carter to be able to be coached by great men, and so these 2 guys are the best.
Although during this particular game, Matt's coaching was sidelined.
You can't go on the court.
Trying to keep daughter Stella on the bench.
A good shot.
I got her.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. You can't go on the court. because you'll get run over by the boys.
There's a steal by Nielsen.
You might think three prominent former players would be a little more intense about the game.
See, we're just normal dads, and the kids are normal kids just out there having fun. Huddy, are you serious?
Good pass.
It's a lot of fun.
Good job.
And forgiving.
No, get behind the red line.
After all, they're 5. So you'll find a lot of traveling.
Hey, was that a running three-pointer?
There's triple teaming.
Great job.
And air balls.
That's a little far away, but it almost got there.
All with positive feedback.
Good D, Luke. Good D, Luke.
Look at that defense.
You got a wristband?
And these coaches are far more full service than any college coach.
Who just went out? You can't run very fast with shoes untied, can you? Here we go, buddy. Keep it up. You good? Oh, you want a double knot?
Perhaps the harshest opponent at this point, the fluctuating attention of a dozen 5- and 6-year-olds.
You're playing great defense and you're rebounding the ball. It's not over. This is only halftime. We got a whole nother half of a game.
I asked these 3 if someday they think they'll be better players than their dads. Little Santangelo and little Nielsen said no. Hudson Floyd, however.
I'm sure he said him for sure. He's a pretty confident little guy.
I hope to be the best basketball player ever.
Better than your dad?
When it comes to their kids continuing the game, the former Zags say there's no pressure here.
We try to expose him to the world. He'll gravitate towards what he wants to do, and we'll support no matter whatever.
Whatever he chooses to love, I'll love too.
Well, at this point, they love basketball.
I want to keep playing because it's super fun. Maybe we could play when we're older together too.
I pass the ball to Luca. Luca!
But for which team would this tiny trio want to play?
Play for Gonzaga. Gonzaga. Gonzaga.
Gonzaga!
That deserves a cheer.
1, 2, 3,
Thanks for going back in time with us for Bulldog Throwback. Many more stories from Brett are posted right now on KREM.com.
Get the latest news and weather an hour early on KREM 2 News at 10 on CW22. When storms threaten, keep on top of the weather. Get the latest Storm Tracker 2 weather forecast and warnings on your phone. Download the KREM 2 app and sign up for severe weather alerts.
At KREM 2, you get more than a score. The Zags are more than a team. It's a legacy. It's what's happening now and happening next. Zag Pride lives on KREM 2 News.
KREM's News to Know email newsletter. It's a quick look at the stories that matter most to you and the latest Storm Tracker 2 forecast delivered to your inbox. Subscribe now at KREM.com.
Ah, the first apartment. Minimum decor, maximum entertainment. They've got a Flex 4K streaming box included with their internet. And with Disney Plus on the way, they'll get the best of the best. Where'd you guys get this couch?
Found it on the street.
With Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months and get a Flex 4K streaming box included for free. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Our Save More event is on at More Furniture.
And it's a great time to treat yourself and your home to a new look at one low price.
Get this sofa with reversible chaise, available in 3 colors, only $17 a month.
Gather the whole family around this beautiful marble dining room with 6 chairs, only $22 a month.
And relax in this bedroom sanctuary, only $31 a month.
Or get all 3 rooms for only $70 a month.
You don't have to sacrifice style for value during the Save More event at More Furniture.
Who is USAA made for? It's made for this guy, a veteran who honorably served. And it's made for her. She's serving now. We made it for all branches and all ranks, whether they served one tour or made a career of it. We also made USAA for military spouses and their kids. USAA is easy to work with and can save you money on auto, home, and renter's insurance. Become a member today. Call us for a quote. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.